Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and my second soap of the year is going to be using a fragrance called Palo Santo, and I got mine at Micah's and More. And to me, it's a male fragrance, so this one's for the guys, and it's got woody notes and musk notes, and it's just really earthy. So I'm going to color the soap earthy too, which will be good for the guys without really bright colors and really obvious swirls. To me, that's like the mark of a design just for the guys. And so I also know that this soap tends to darken to like a tan, so it's going to mute the colors anyway. So I'm going to use colors that it won't really make a big difference if it does go a little tan, and we'll see how it works out. I'm going to use an improvised tiger swirl on this and see what we get. So let's get started with the soap making. So before I start the soap making, I just want to show you a couple of inspiration photos I took when I went to the Anza Borrego Desert, which is about an hour's drive east of where I live. You see some of the colors out there, including the sky and the earth colors, a little bit of green, and the brush. Okay, everything's ready. So let's blend this up. That looks all blended. I like to get it blended before I get my lye in there, which is the kaolin clay in the milk, the oils. I'm soaping at about 73 degrees today. It's the first time I've used this Palo Santo fragrance. It smells great. And I got it from Micah's and More. You can see me use a luster blue mica from them too. It's beautiful bright blue. There goes the fragrance. It tends to turn the batter tan, so I made sure that I use mainly earth colors and a couple bright colors, which I know will kind of fade to a little less bright with this fragrance oil. But mainly they're earth colors, so I don't mind. I think it'll work well. Kind of took that into account. Okay, so I have two colors that are accents, and I just want a little bit of those. And that's this yellow, and here's the luster blue. And this soap will have a mica drizzle on top because I know everything will turn to a tan version of itself. So that's why I'm going to add the mica drizzles in this case. That's a nice brown. Hunter green, also from Micah's and More. I'm going to adjust these once I see how much soap I have. That's a combination of brown and gold. And this is a brick red from Nurture Soap. And this is pretty close to the amounts that I want. Okay, so let's get the spoons out of here so we can blend and pour. And I'm going to start with the lighter color. It's a great desert color right there. Go to my gold and brown. Green, and the rest I'm going to whisk together. So it's a bright yellow now, and I'm thinking that with the color change of the fragrance oil that this will turn to a nice ochre color, which is another good desert color. I don't want to mix these too much because of the pour I want to do. And it looks like everything is behaving. So I'm ready to pour. And I'm going to do like a tiger swirl, which I haven't done in a while. So here's, I should stir these first. But it's behaving itself. It's one of the reasons I like to stir things, is to get a sense of how thick the batter is. Get some bubbles out when I'm doing it. And although this is I think both men and women would like this fragrance. I think it's on the it's more of a cologne type scent. So let me see, where can I have a lot less room in here than you think I do. I never remember the order I do these in, so it doesn't really matter. Because I have to take into account that I have more of some colors than the others. Pouring really well. I'm happy about this. It is thickening up, but it's still pouring pretty nicely. You can see the colors together. I'm happy with that. And now it tends to plop out of the containers a little bit more, but that'll become part of the design. And when it gets too thick, it's also nice to stir them up a bit, loosen it up. I'll just start working on the top. So what's going to happen on the top is it's just going to be a mix of all these colors. Things are slippery. It smells really good. It's just a very natural-like scent. a little more glitzy today for some reason. This color in particular I'm happy about. This is mainly a gold mica mixed with just a little bit of brown mica to get a nice earthy, brighter brown. So one thing about having many different colors is it takes a little longer to get everything scraped out in the mold. So you really do need a well-behaved fragrance for that. I'm glad there's not a camera behind me because I've been dropping things and spilling things. Okay, so now I'm ready for my drizzles. I've got this copper, add a little shine to the top. Luster blue. And I would like to leave it just like that, except I want to pull the soap away from the sides a little bit. So I can tell that if I did too much to this top, it'll turn to mud. So let's just leave that alone. There. Just pounded out that texture, but that's okay as long as it's pulled away from the sides a bit. And so this is my Palo Santo soap, and we'll bring it back for the cut. And I'm going to clean up my mess. Okay, I'm ready to cut this Palo Santo. I expect it to be a little more earthy due to the nature of the fragrance oil. So it's basically what I expected. So kind of muted, but colors of the desert. And I love the tiger swirl. Takes longer to pour. Otherwise I would probably use that technique a little more. It might discolor a little bit more as it cures. But that's why I added a splash of mica drizzle on the top. So the more you know about the discolorization of the fragrance oil, the more you can pick colors that are either brighter so that when it does discolor, it remains a little bright, like the yellow. And to avoid disappointment, you can make some of the other colors already kind of muted so that the change in the color is not as severe. And the more I sniff this, the more I realize it's really, I think, more of a male, masculine scent than a unisex scent. So I think these colors suit that well too. But I think this is a good companion soap to the Desert Rose soap that I made. Same design idea. And I'm wondering what your first soap of the new year is. Mine was the black raspberry vanilla that I did last time. I want to start thinking of the variety of soaps. I really do think, like, if I've made a lot of green, I better do some other color, and so on and so forth, so that I have a nice variety of colors and fragrances. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. That blue stayed nice and bright. It was a very loose interpretation of the Tiger Swirl, which is about the only way I make it these days, because I find I'm just not as patient to make those thin lines right down the middle all the time. So as you saw when I poured some of those colors on the sides so that it's more arbitrary, I guess, in how the colors fall. Thanks for watching and following my Instagram. Thank you for the comments, and also visiting the Vibrant Soap store. Did really well this year. Thanks to all of you. And you share the videos, that'd be nice too. Maybe my goal this year is to build up my following on YouTube. So thanks again, and subscribe and hit the like button, and we'll see you for the next video. Bye everybody.